What's going on, RVers? Joel here, and I'm from Veurink Service Center. And I have the pleasure of hanging out with this guy here at Winnebago Factory, where we're going to see, and he's going to show us, the all-new Winnebago Thrive. This is a great travel trailer lineup that I'm super pumped about. Grant, welcome. Thanks for having us here today.
Absolutely. Thank you for making the trip down from the Grand Rapids area, and yeah, we're excited to show you what we've been working hard on.
So we have some floor plans to walk through, and we'll do that right now. So stay tuned. Now we have a rear kitchen floor plan that will blow your mind. This is the Winnebago Thrive 24 RKS, and I'm here with Grant Smith to take us through this fantastic floor plan. But before we get inside and check out the cool layout, let's talk about the outside features of this Winnebago Thrive, starting with the front cap here.
Absolutely. So thank you for having me, Joel. This is actually proto number 1 of this floor plan.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
So there's going to be a few changes for the production models, and we know what that's going to look like, and I'll walk through what all those are when we get to the inside of the unit. But yeah, starting up front, like every Thrive has, we have a big front viewing window with tempered glass. We put a strike guard film on that glass to protect it from road debris, rock chips, things like that.
You're getting a lot of light in, aren't you?
Yeah, a lot of light in, and also, you know, the goal is let's bring the outside indoors even for inside. So no matter where you're at in the trailer, we want you to have good views of your campsite or your surroundings, because you went away from home to see something different than home.
I get that all the time where, where's the windows? It's so dark in here. You don't really get that with these Thrives, do you?
No, it really opens it up, makes the trailers feel much larger than they are. Speaking of size, 29 foot 4 inches tip to tail on this floor plan.
Okay.
We're going to be somewhere between, as we're protoing, depending on how it's optioned with 1 or 2 air conditioners, we're going to be somewhere between, I'd say, 65 to 6,700 pounds, right in that range is where we'll be on a dry weight. Our hitch weight's going to be dialed in right at around 10-11%, so I'll have about a 670 pound hitch weight probably on it. Power tongue jack up front, dual 20-pound propane tanks, battery tray, battery disconnect, all right here. Like I said, the nice window that is adhered to an 04 aluminum with Asdel composite backing behind that, so it's super rigid.
Oh, wow.
And then we have an 040 rock guard below that, so thicker rock guard than most travel trailers in the industry as well.
And it blends.
Yeah, you know, there's no line of 16 screws going across the front of that. This aluminum extrusion snaps right onto our screwed-in molding below that. We Mylar tape behind that, so it's nice and sealed. So we really wanted the Thrive to have a really clean look on both interior and exterior.
From what I've seen so far, you've done it. You really have. And I like the corner lights here as well.
Yeah.
What are these?
So actually, if you open up that baggage door there's a light switch in there if you don't mind flipping that for me. These are your front profile lights. And when they're off, this is what I appreciate about it, you can't even see that they're there really. They blend right in. And then when you're at your campsite, you want some ambiance, you can flip them on. You can keep them on going down the road if you want people to see you coming. But they're not super bright. They're a nice soft white. So
not obtrusive to your neighbors.
Exactly. It maybe even doesn't attract as many bugs as an ultra blue bright light. So yeah, and then continuing on with that clean look here, that skirt metal. No screws in it. Oh, yeah. This is installed like a high-end fifth wheel, all one piece.
You don't see any screws or anything.
No, really, really nice look to it. You got your slam latch baggage doors, which are, we go as big as we can with them. I mean, your bed base wall is right here. So this is a 36 wide by 16 tall baggage door. Unobstructed pass-through storage, which is massive.
Chairs, camping tables. You can fit basically whatever you want in this storage area.
Oh yeah, and you notice something there?
Is that a heat duct?
That's a heat duct. So we heat the pass-through storages on all of our full-size Thrive products that have ducted furnaces in them. So it's a 30,000 BTU furnace that we duct into this underbelly space to help reduce condensation buildup and keep your bedroom even warmer if you are camping in colder climates. And that's also ducted into the underbelly. All of them are enclosed and sealed on the underbellies, and we do have ducted heat to the underbellies on all the Thrive products.
Also in here, I see a solar charge. Does that mean there's a solar panel on the roof?
Yes, sir. So 200-watt solar panel up on the roof, 30-amp charge controller comes from the factory. And then obviously that's upgradable. Talk to your local Thrive dealer if you want another solar panel on your roof. We do have a side port as well on the off-door side that you could plug in a portable panel if need be.
Yep. And then I see 2 switches here. Are these for your stab jacks?
Yes. So this is the 2 switches for the front 2, so they're controlled independently. You have 4 stabilizer jacks, all controlled independently. So these are for the front right and left. And when we get to the rear of the trailer, we'll see 2 for the rear right and left.
Next thing I'm seeing on this Thrive is different kind of steps than you typically see on most trailers these days. Walk me through what's going on with this step here.
Yep, so One major difference from almost every travel trailer I've seen out there is this is a 2-entrance unit, right? And we have 2 entrances because when that slide out comes in, you have access to your kitchen, your dinette, your refrigerator. What you don't have access to is your bath and your bedroom. So we have this entrance door. So if you need to go and take a nap at a rest stop or use your restroom at a rest stop on a long trip, you come in through this door. But generally when you have that second entrance, you've seen it, the main door gets the nicer steps and the nicer grab handle, but usually that secondary entrance, everybody skimps on. They do undermount steps, they do a little grab handle that you don't really have much to hold on to. We didn't want to do that. Both entrances will receive this step, which you'll see on this floor plan, and both entrances will receive the bigger grab handle. So this is a composite step. Thank you for highlighting that. It has actually areas for dirt to fall through it and not collect on it and then get flipped into the unit. So they're going to stay cleaner. They're lighter weight, being composite treads, and the adjustment on them, if I open this up, just so I can flip it up a little bit and show you that adjustment, every 1/4 inch or so, you have an adjustment, so these can be cinched down nice and tight to the ground. Yep. There's actually a lock pin that's in there now that we'll have to unset, but that's no big deal. That's really easy to fix. Right like that.
Perfect. So that way, it just keeps it safe and secure.
Yep. And then we intentionally did not put a window in this door. This is just direct entrance into your bedroom. So we don't need that window. We want bedrooms to feel private and not feel like people feel like they're exposed to the outside. Sure. So we remove the window from this door, and it also allows the graphics just to flow more seamlessly through the coach.
Makes sense.
Yep. Here, mounted in the skirt metal, JBL speakers. So you have JBL speakers on both the inside and the outside of the unit, with a JBL Bluetooth head unit inside the unit.
Sweet. So some nice sound coming out of those speakers.
Yeah, and being a prototype, this was actually built before we had our production fenders going on here. So the fenders we're going to use are much more modern. They're high gloss. They look a little bit nicer than what these are. Which we did see that fender on the video for the 22 MBH, right? Yes, so if you want to see what those fenders look like on what it's going to be production, once we get into production with this model, check out the video on the 22 MBH and you'll see them on there. Here we have our TV backer, black tank flush. That is on this side of the unit, and we'll get questions on that sometimes, and I just want to be forthcoming with people because they're going to ask, why is this on the camp side of the unit? Yep. The way we do black tank flushes is we do the shortest and quickest path from this hose inlet to the black tank, and our bathroom is right here on this side of the wall, and our black tank is right here. So we take the shortest path straight into that black tank. It reduces our chances of that hose ever having a kink in it, but it also is going to give you more water pressure for your black tank flush to operate properly. So it is one extra step. When you do your black tank flush, you'll have to walk with your hose from that side of the unit to this side of the unit.
I think I can get over that knowing that
it's going to function better.
It's going to be cleaner.
Yes, that's why it's there. But people do ask that, so I just wanted to let them know why.
Good to hear.
110 outlet, your cable outlet, and then this is your gravity fill for your freshwater holding tank as well. Riding on 15-inch tires, tandem axle here, and then this is technically your main entrance. And one thing you'll notice here, Joel,
you get a big awning.
You get a big awning and a big
both doors.
That is, yeah. Actually, thank you. I forgot to highlight that. The awning on this floor plan is 20 feet long.
Wow.
It covers both entrance doors completely. We couldn't go any bigger with it than we did, really. Nice fusion light on it. The pitch adjustment on this awning is really, really easy to operate. It works really, really well.
What's the brand of this awning?
It's a Valerium.
Valerium, okay.
Yep.
Never heard of that before.
Yeah, they're a newer brand to the awning space, but they're owned by Ericsel, which is a pretty big company. And they just decided they were gonna get into the awning space, and they came in aggressive with some really cool, innovative products. Yeah. So we were happy to partner with them on our awnings for the Thrive product. Again, another composite step here on your main entrance door, but now that we're at the main entrance door, you have a window in your door with a privacy shade. And we have that as a pull-up privacy shade because if you want to leave it cracked so you can still see through if somebody comes knocking on your door at night,
smart.
You can see who's there, but you can completely block it out, keep the sunlight out, the heat out, and have more privacy if need be.
Yeah. And it's a friction hinge door too.
Friction hinge door, yep.
Close this nice. We got your other rear independent controlled stab jack controls right there.
Yep.
Moving to the back. All right, see your roof ladder here. Does that say 300-pound capacity? That's heavy duty.
300-pound capacity, yep. Going gonna have an outdoor shower with hot and cold adjustment and a shower head. This is where you'll have your city water connection right here on the back wall. I think that's a perfect spot for it.
Yep.
And then you do have a 2-inch accessory receiver with a 300-pound capacity on that. So you can bring your bikes, your e-bikes, your storage tote, your generator rack, whatever you want to bring with you that's under 350 pounds.
That's awesome.
You're able to do so. This unit was built as a 50 amp unit. So the way Thrive works, once you get to a floor plan that has a private bedroom, so the 18 FBS is open concept, the 22 MBH is open concept. As soon as we have a private bedroom, we will offer an upgrade to 2 ACs. And when you get that second AC upgrade, the trailer will automatically upgrade as well to 50 amp with that. So the main AC is 15,000 BTUs. The secondary bedroom AC is an 8,000 BTU air conditioner. It actually has been tested to blow out about 10,000 BTUs of cold air, but it's in just a bedroom. We went that route because it's quieter for the bedroom space, and it's going to cool that space plenty.
Sure.
Because it's not
a
really
small area with the door shut, you're going to get nice and cold in there. And the noise volume, that's a big deal. Whenever I'm showing like a camper, showing a Winnebago, they're always asking, how loud is the AC? So that's a nice thing to have.
Yep. Right around this side, we're going to have our hot water heater. This is tankless.
Okay.
And it's 60,000 BTUs. So we have two options. You can go 42,000. You can upgrade to 60,000. We went with the higher BTU output to get you hotter water faster, especially if that groundwater is a little bit colder that where you're camping.
I don't know. You just got out from the beach, cold water. You want to get warm up a little bit.
Yeah.
Hot water quickly is the way to go.
Yep. Slide box with laminated slide sides. Yep. Laminated here. You can pound on the back wall if you want to. Also laminated
not
there.
A hung wall either.
Nice. No hung walls. All laminated. This floor plan will have dual sewage outlets. So you're going to have one back here.
Floor plan.
Yes, because your bathroom's too far away from your kitchen to combine those grays into one. We have 2 gray tanks in this. So it's actually going to increase your gray tank capacity. Water tank capacities, once you get to a full size Thrive, what I mean by that is the taller skirt metal, 11.4 overall height, no wheel wells essentially, anything but the 18 FBS. You get a 60-gallon fresh tank. Then you're going to have two 49-gallon gray tanks, so almost 100 gallons of gray water capacity, and then 49 gallons of black water capacity as well.
So for the boondockers who don't go to a full hookup site, that's plenty of capacity.
Yeah. Yep. So these here are going to be for your gray tank. That's for your kitchen. That's all this one is. This is your gray tank for your kitchen, for your kitchen water or your sink water. And then up right in front of the slide here, you're going to see your other sewage outlet. Now, what I can't appreciate, Joel, is that none of them are in the middle of the bottom of the slide out.
So it's easy to get to.
It's easy to get to, yes. They're not in between my tires or, I have to crawl under my slide and hit my head to do it. They're still in a good space. This is going to be your black water and your gray water for your shower and your bathroom sink as well.
Perfect.
Yep.
And most camp stores like ours has Y connectors. That way you can connect these two.
Oh, I did not know that. That's cool.
Dump
Okay.
as well. Make it easy for your dump station.
Perfect. And then on the off-door side, you still have that same big 36 by 16 baggage door. So you can really see, again, that just unobstructed, really big pass-through storage area.
If my stuff shifts in transit, I can get to it from both sides.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I know some manufacturers put a teeny tiny door on the off-door side, so that's nice.
Yeah, well, they think that one won't be seen at shows, right? Because it's usually on the side you can't get to. But it's not functional for end users.
So we're back to the front. One more view of this gorgeous front cap. But we've seen what we want to see on the outside. Now let's head on in. Well, now that we're inside this beautiful 24 RKS, let's take a deeper dive in it. What you got going on here?
Yeah.
I guess start with a kitchen, because this is a nice kitchen.
I mean, it's a rear kitchen. That's kind of one of the highlights of the floor plan, obviously, is going to be the kitchen. I think we've thoughtfully designed this kitchen in terms of storage and how usable this space is.
Yeah, sure.
There's a couple tweaks we're going to make, which I'll walk you through. But right when you come in the door, that standard Thrive pantry, or you can call it a plaza if you want to. It's
Light just kicked on.
Yeah. Motion light, removable shelf, hanger, so you can use this for coat storage if you want to.
Yeah, it's right by the door.
The bottom part's going to have pull-out drawers.
Pull-out drawers, okay.
So you can get to that stuff a little bit more
To your
easily.
Crisco, that's smart, important.
Gotta have it.
For your pancakes.
One thing we're going to change is we're going to look at adding a kitchen outlet. So right by your light switch here for the fusion light in the kitchen, we have an outlet right here. We want to add a second one right here on this corner.
Yes.
And that'll be a good spot to put one of those thin, Keurig coffee makers right here in the corner. So being a prototype, it was missed, but that's why we prototype, is to catch those
Makes
types
sense,
of things.
absolutely,
So
'cause
that's something we're going to look to implement for the production.
Kitchen plugs are very important, so
Yep.
good catch.
So if you open these up, you may at first say, well, that's kind of weird. Why would they not just leave that open for a space for a trash can?
Where
right?
you put the trash at?
And then you look at it after you move just a little bit over and you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense because we have 2 trash cans already built into the unit right here. And those sit right below your pull-out utensil drawer. This is removable, so you can set this on your picnic table or on your dinette. So I really, really like how this was designed. Overhead cabinets in here, really, really nice. We actually partitioned this one so you have a spot for some of your hardware, right? Your cups, your plates, things like that. And that one's left all open for some larger items, coffee makers, crock pots, things of that nature, those bigger items that need a little more space. 48-inch window right here in the kitchen, so really good
view at the back.
Window. Yep. And every window, by the way, Joel, in a Thrive does open for airflow. And they're maximum open as much as we can. So this whole side of the window, half that window opens.
So you can tell me you're gonna get a lot of airflow with this type of window.
Yes. We have a microwave right here sitting above our ducted range hood. So this has a light, or you can vent it. A 3-burner cooktop with an oven as well.
Sure.
So you have all the cooking stuff, all the cooking space necessary here, as well as a decent amount of just open countertop space for prep work.
And as I'm touching this doesn't feel like a solid surface. What is this material?
This is made out of fiberglass. So you'll see our sink is actually molded right into that top. There's no seams to maintain.
Yes, it is.
It is waterproof. It should be essentially maintenance proof. It's strong. And it's lighter weight than a solid surface.
Have you guys been doing any testing on this to make sure it will last in an RV?
Oh yeah, we've done heat tests on it. We've done like scratch tests or chip tests on it. It's very repairable, like solid surface, if not easier to repair than solid surface. It can buff out if there's scratches, which is really nice. So yes, we've done some pretty extensive testing on that. I still would never recommend you take a boiling pot of water and set it on there for an extended amount of time. We've done it, and it caused no damage to the countertop. Why not put a layer of protection on? Even I have a granite at my house, and I don't set boiling pots of water out of my granite. I always put a heat pad down first. So I'd still recommend that. But regardless, and then over here, as we transition this, we have our 10 cubic foot refrigerator.
And this is in a single slide, but this is in the slide, right?
This is in the slide, yep. It's almost hard to tell because we've done such a good job of our slide outs that you see no pin nails in this, by the way. This is all very cleanly done. There's no pin nails. We're adhering this on, so it gives it that really clean look. And you don't, sometimes I go to shows, Joel, and I see some trailers that some people get real happy with those pin nail guns. And up in the corners of those slides, you'll see just 20 pin nail marks here.
Just destroys that wood.
It destroys it, yes. So being a proto, this is one of those things we're changing drastically.
Oh, this right here is?
Yep. So this slide is going to grow 7 inches in depth, which will allow those theater seats to not stick out as far as they are here and allow them to lay fully reclined. One question we've been asked since we are making that changes is the fridge going to move back with it just slightly.
Okay.
We're not going to move that fridge 7 inches back because we don't want people hitting their head on this.
Nice.
We are, when it is done, this fridge sits flush with the sides of the slide. So it's only moving back about an inch or two.
That's perfect.
Yeah. So it'll slightly recess back where it's in line with that slide facial leg there, and that's it. But the sofa, we are going to work to improve as well. We've got some feedback. We're already working with our furniture supplier, and being a custom furniture supplier, we can make changes pretty quick with them. We're not committed to 2,000 sofas coming from overseas. These are built in Tennessee, just a couple states away from us. So we can make changes on the fly, and we are looking to add cup holders into this theater seat as well.
I was gonna say it's missing cup holders, but that's you guys are on it.
Yeah. We have some storage as well above the slide. So these are all the auto lift. How's that getting there?
That is a gorgeous looking hat right there. Gorgeous looking hat there. Oh yeah.
So these are really nice, and all soft close as well. I love that feature. It really is not something at the price point we're in, because Joel, this is not like a ultra high end, super expensive price tag trailer. This is an affordable trailer that's done very well. So to have those types of features, you don't see in this price
smart.
point oftentimes, right? Now I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about this because this is where we've done it. We've mixed it up here.
When I first came in here, I'm like, something looks different. This tabletop looks large
It's
and in
huge.
charge,
Yes.
which I like.
So our other product manager, Adam Gudger, he has a big background in Class A diesel motorhomes. That's where his background
Okay.
is at. And this is not an industry first floor plan. We've just kind of done our own twist on it. So a lot of times when you come in this entrance door, there's like a buffet or a hutch here, and the dinette's
Just put-
shoved
yep.
a little closer here. We didn't want to do the buffet dinette. There's some cool things, but you know, we like the shoe storage here. And his idea was, let's not do that, and let's just grow this into a more functional, usable mega dinette. That's what we're going to call it.
Mega.
So this is, when you turn it to a bed, it is longer than the Olympic Queen bed up front in terms of overall length. It'll be something like 84 inches
Really?
versus 80 inches. Yes.
I gotta sit down in this thing.
Yep. And also, so when we grew that, your tabletop grows about 10 inches. This is about 10 inches wider than it normally would be, but here we have two full-grown people sitting
Seriously.
in a dinette, and my legs aren't even close to hitting your knees.
I can actually spread out,
Yeah.
have plates on
Your
here.
plate and your drink
And
in front
drink.
of you, and not feel cramped. So you have a really, really nice, usable dinette, and it's a dream dinette system as well. So it goes down to a bed. Push it down. I'd remove the cushions obviously first.
yes, yep.
So one thing that has to happen now that we have this mega dinette is we actually have a fifth cushion. You have your 4 cushions plus that middle 10-inch wide filler cushion because the dinette grew so much.
And you didn't want to have to change this around.
No. Yep. So we have a fifth cushion that we ship with the unit, and that will be that fifth cushion to make this all into a one massive bed here.
I like it.
Then you just lift it up. When you're done, lock it in place, and you're good to go.
Yeah, you get so much foot-room down there. I love the dinette. And above that is going to be your smart TV.
Yep, 40-inch smart TV, and since the dinette grew, so did the cabinets that go on both sides of the dinette. So these are actually some pretty usable big spaces in here. 60-inch window that opens for airflow across from the 60-inch window that we had in the slide out as well. So 2 60-inch long windows in this floor plan right across from each other for really, really nice cross-flow ventilation. And then yeah, we move to the bathroom area. Even our hallway window though, Joel, you notice that
big.
hallway window is big. So one tweak I wanted to talk about here being a proto. That bedroom entrance door is actually going to move about 8 inches this way and open up into the bedroom.
Okay, so not out in the hallway, into the bedroom actually.
Yes. So that way these doors won't collide with each other ever. You won't have somebody coming out of the bedroom and out of the bathroom at the same time and the doors smack each other. That's been addressed. And that's been changed. The other thing in the bathroom that I'll show you when we get in here is we did add a linen closet over the toilet.
Oh, wow.
So you'll have 2 towel hooks, a towel bar, and a whole linen cabinet above the toilet.
Well, let's see it.
Alrighty. So in here, really good space around the toilet. That linen closet is actually going to go from wall to wall here, and it only comes out about 8 inches, but it's enough space to roll some towels and get them out of your way, and it has cabinet doors on it. You'll have your towel bar still, and then 2 nicer big towel hooks right outside your shower, so it's an easy reach spot once you're done showering. Toilet is a porcelain toilet with tons of space around it, and there's good space to put like a floor toilet paper holder here. You can even wall mount one if you want to. A lot of people like to prefer to put their own style in there and put it where they want it, whether they're right or left-handed. But tons of space. Here we have a sink with a molded fiberglass countertop with an integrated sink in it. So really big sink, and then a 30 by 36 shower. Lots of headroom in here. I'm 5'11". My head's not even to the ceiling yet. If I was taller, I have a big 14 by 22 skylight to allow me to move my head in the shower. Additionally, you do have a power vent fan in all the bathrooms. So this is crank up and then turn the fan on. Easily upgradable if the customers want. Joel, if customers want like a Fantastic or a Max Air vent fan, you guys can do that pretty easily, right?
Most definitely.
Okay.
You name it, we can do it.
So
I'm in the bedroom,
yeah, come up into the bedroom.
and we continued in with the Olympic-sized queen bed in here as well.
Yes, this is a 66 by 80 queen bed. So this is going to be our standard front bedroom configuration, all with holding overhead cabinet doors. There's no dead spaces. Good wardrobe hanging space. Socks and underwear drawers on both sides of the bed. You're going to have USB 110 and USB-C.
Are these your clothes?
Those aren't mine.
Okay,
no.
okay.
that's Waldo's. And then I think the biggest standout feature for this, again, we're under 30 feet by quite a bit. We're 8 inches under 30 feet, but to your left, there is a big bonus wardrobe space.
I like the fronts of these
Why do you think
cabinet doors already. I'm guessing because it's possibly washer dryer prep.
It is, and it's not just washer dryer prepped, it's stackable prepped, not combo prepped. If you want to put a combo, you could just put the combo down below, but you have essentially you could call it it's a dual wardrobe as well. So each piece has a hanger and a removable shelf on both the top and the bottom. So if you prefer not to put a washer dryer in, you're able to do so and have hanging and shelving for both people.
I mean, I've seen in bedrooms secondary closets, but never this size. I mean, it's wide, it's deep, and again, with the dual hanging bars, yeah, you get a lot of storage or washer and dryer in here. That's really nice. And is this the AC you're talking about here?
Yeah,
the
this is that
BTU
secondary AC that just dumps right into the bedroom. And being an 8,000 BTU unit, it's going to keep it nice and quiet in here compared to like a 13.5 or a 15. But it's more than enough cold air to cool just this small space that we're in right now.
And this bedroom does not just feel like an RV bedroom. It feels like a residential bedroom you'd have at your home.
Yeah.
I get a very nice feeling in this bedroom.
And one thing we've done too is we've prepped it, and it's a factory option, but we have a space right across in the bed. There's a backer in this wall where you could put a 32-inch TV right across from your bed.
Great viewing.
I love that direct viewing like that.
This is the second built 24 RKS, and let's see what they've changed on it from the first prototype. Come on in.
So this is that new slide box I was telling you about that's 7 inches deeper. So you can see how the sofa doesn't really stick out past the slide fascia.
More flush with the fascia there.
And then there's plenty of space behind these for them to lay flat, but we did not recess that fridge as much as we could have. We kept it where it's not going to be a head knocker going in and out of your freezer.
Not even close. I like this change. It's flush.
Up here in the bathroom, this is the linen closet or linen cabinet that we've added to the bathroom over the toilet, so you still get your towel bar and hooks, plus a space to actually store some folded towels in the bathroom, which is a nice change up. And then the bedroom door previously opened here. We moved that opening back to allow this door to open into the bedroom. So now you have a nice space where you're here to get dressed, but also you won't have these doors colliding.
So if I'm coming out of the bathroom, yep, you're coming out of the bedroom, we're not gonna butt, yeah, that's nice. Well, there we go. How cool was that? Excited look at the new Thrive by Winnebago. Thanks so much, Grant, for showing me through this floor plan. I think my customers absolutely will love the look, the build quality that Winnebago offers. It's just a great thing to see these things in person.
Yeah, no, the pleasure is mine, and you know, we're really excited about this new lineup coming out from Winnebago. We think it has a lot of nice things to talk about, a lot of great features, a great look, like you mentioned, great quality, and that's on the forefront of our minds all the time. We have to design quality in. So just thank you for allowing me the time to spend with you today, Joel.
My pleasure. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe. Check out Winnebago's website as well as their YouTube channel. They got a lot of great content on there as well. Is there anything new in the future, in the horizon for Winnebago? Or is this the latest and greatest right here?
All I can say is keep up to date on our websites. I'm sure I'll be contacting you again, as you know, Thrive is not ending with just 3 floor plans. We have 9 in mind.
Okay.
We have exciting new products, and some of our existing products getting revamped. You know, our Micro Mini, our Access lineup. So just stay tuned on our website. Stay tuned at Veurink RV's YouTube channel, and I think you'll be happy.
So in the future is bright here in Winnebago. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.